This is going to be a response to many people that I've subscribed to. I forgot their names or whatever, but I've been watching videos of people saying that, oh, I hate people and all that stuff. See, let me tell you something, man. In response, for me, my viewpoint, I don't hate people. I really don't. It's just that people tend to hate me for the most part. Like if you like, listen, my how can I? Where can I start? When it comes to being real, per se, when it comes to me, when people tell me their side of their story about how things is going on within their lives and all that stuff, I just sit down and listen for the most part. I don't interject. I don't interrupt them for the most part. I listen because because sometimes people just want a person to listen what they have to say, and I get that, so I just listen. But then later on, the same person who told me all their business, they tend to switch up on me and act like I'm the bad guy. Well, for the most part, how am I the bad guy and I'm sitting down and listening to you and actually respecting your viewpoints for the most part? Do I give my opinions or comments sometimes? Yeah, but not all the time. Just in a few occasions during the conversation, just a few times, just a very few times. But for the most part, I listen. But to switch off, but to switch around, switch up on me, after the whole conversation is over, later on, the same people who tell me their business tend to switch up on me. And I say to myself, why? Why switch up on me and act like I'm the bad guy? I never understood that. You know, Maybe it's something I said. No, it can't be. If it is, then that lets me know that you can't handle the truth for your damn selves. Because I realized something. When you listen to most people, people will begin to tell of themselves. That's number one. And number two, um, when you interject sometimes or make a few opinions, either people are going to be offended by that or they're going to agree. But when it comes to my case, I mostly listen and I don't say a word for the most part. But it just even then, like, why switch up on me if I'm just a listener? I'm just a listener to your problems. You know what I'm saying? I'm just listening to you because everybody has a story. Whether their story is big or small, everybody has their own life story because we're living right here in present time in this world. But like I said before, man, people tend to switch up on me even when they tell me their life story and all that stuff. They switch up on me and say, acting like I'm the bad guy and all that, which I'm not. And for the most part, I just, sit down and listen. And if I do give out my opinions, it's just very few opinions that I make during the conversation. But for the most part, they do all the talking. And I listen. And I respect their honesty and their viewpoints. But why make me the bad guy? That's my confusion. Why make me the motherfucking bad guy? You know, am I a mirror or a reflection to your bullshit? When you look at me in my eyes, am I some type of mirror to your bullshit? Because I realize, man, when people tell me their business and all that stuff, I stay quiet and I listen to them. And some of the things that they say is it kind of shocked me because I didn't think that this person would do such a thing, or I didn't think that this particular person was going through some type of turmoil, some type of trials and tribulations. And I always said this: you'll be surprised what people go through behind closed doors. I know that's an old cliche, but it's so damn true. And when it came to me, talking to people or just being around people, you'll be surprised what people go through behind closed doors. And it's their fucking business, and I respect that. But the thing is about me is that I come. Listen, the thing about me is that when I'm just minding my own business, chilling, doing my own thing. Out of the blue, I'm looked upon as some type of bad guy, either some type of bad guy or some type of so-called fool. Like pick one of the other motherfuckers. Pick one of the other. That's what pisses me off. People try to play me for a fool, and I don't let them. For the most part, I really don't. I just easily, I just simply decline their offer, in a very respectful way. Not a nice way, but a very respectful way. I just decline their offer. And they can get mad all they want to. It's just that you're just mad because you're not going to use me for your stupid games. So I ain't got time for that. But it's just that, and also, like I said before, maybe I'm a mirror to your bullshit. And when you look at me in my eyes, maybe you don't like what you see because maybe my eyes or my spirit per se, maybe my spirit can is a reflection of your bullshit, and the bullshit that you're seeing within my reflection you don't like. So you lash out at me, you switch up on me, and act like I'm the bad guy. So I'll be real with you. The stuff that people say to me, the stuff that they be telling me and all that stuff, the things that people say and do, I didn't do it for the most part. I never did that. So I'm not guilty of that. But they are. You get what I'm saying? I was never guilty of those things, to most of those things. I wasn't guilty of most of those things that people would tell me, but they were. And I guess that my eyes, or maybe my eyes and my spirit are used as a reflection to the bullshit that they did in the past, and they can't handle it. Which I understand that. Everything that we do in this world, whether it's good or bad, whatever, it's a reflection upon us. And the things that we do bad, some people, not all now, but some people have a conscience and they can't handle it. And I get it. Trust me, I really do. And that's why you see that's why a lot of people do drugs. A lot of people are alcoholics because they try to sedate the pain. They try to take their minds off the bullshit and the negative things that they have done in their lifetime. You get what I'm saying? But overall, I'm listen, I don't hate people at all. I really don't. It's just that people tend to hate me like all of a sudden, like out the blue. Even though I listen, even though I, you know, give out my few opinions, but for the most part, I listen for the most part because, like I said before, sometimes people just need a lending ear so that they can vent out their frustrations. They just need somebody to just shut up and listen at what they're going through, in which I get it. I totally get it. I totally get it. I get it. They need somebody to just listen to their problems, and you don't have to interrupt it for the most part, which I get it. But why treat me as the bad guy in the end? Why switch up on me? That's what I get confused at. And for the most part, that's why I stay by myself. Because there was something what the Joker said in the Batman series. He said it only takes one day, and that is so true. Look how the Joker became the Joker himself. It only takes one bad day, and he really did have a bad fucking day, and that's how he became twisted. I mean, look at all these mass shooters, the Columbine shooters, the Virginia Tech shooters, all these mass shooters all these mass shooters and these shootings that's been going on for the past 10 to 20 years. A lot of those people had a very bad day and they reached their boiling point. So they took matters in their own hands and they did the people that caused them so much pain. They didn't give a fuck no more. They didn't give a fuck no more. And like I said, my advice to people, stop fucking with people. Stop fucking with them. Because if you keep on fucking with people, I guarantee it. And eventually, you're going to get got. You're going to get got. Somebody's going to step up to you and might kill your motherfucking ass. So stop fucking with people. Simple. Plain and simple. And this whole God. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, man. Ain't nothing wrong with religion. I get it. You know, but at the same time, it's like I could be wrong, but the way how things is going on within this world, either God doesn't exist or God turned his back on the people of the earth because we decided to do what the fuck we wanted to do instead of obeying God's commandments. You know what I'm saying? We decided to become our own gods per se and do what the fuck we want to do in a negative light, in a negative aspect of things. By doing all these negative things upon the earth, guess what? The Almighty Creator or the Supreme Being turned its back on us because we disobeyed the rules and the laws of the land. So now we have to pay for it. We have to pay the price. And then you got this unknown being called the devil or Satan or whatever that's controlling the world as we speak. And in my honest opinion, the whole, I could be wrong, but the whole term of devil or Satan, that's just energy. That's just negative energy that we conjured up upon ourselves. And now that negative energy became a living force per se, and that so-called negative living force has taken upon the world. And now the world is suffering because of what we had done, because we disobeyed the laws of the land and we disobeyed the universe. So now we got to pay the price. Everything in this world is made up of energy, whether it's good energy or bad energy. It all depends on us. And right now, the negative energy, the left-hand paradigm, has taken over the world. But it's up to us to bring balance upon this world. You hear me? It is up to us to bring balance upon this world. Because if we don't, we're going to lose everything. We really are. And it's very sad, but it's very true, though, at the same time. We have to be mindful of what we do. We have to be mindful of what we say. Because everything that we say and do is depending on us. And like I said before, and I say it again, I don't think there is a God that's looking down upon us, judging us on our sins, because all that we do, all that we are, depends and ends with ourselves. I say it again, all that we do, all that we are, depends and ends within ourselves. That's all I gotta say. You know, that's all I got to say about that. For real, man. So yeah, man. So thank you so much and have a good day.